Welcome back to Jartcast. I'm your host, Gay Robot, and there are like a billion maps on the docket tonight because everyone decided to start mapping at the same time again, apparently.
Pretty good.
I posted the link in custom courses again, that's why.
Makes sense. Contest's over now.
Posting things is hard.
You've given us content.
No, stop the content. No more content.
It's
I hate
accidentally done it.
content.
Damn, how dare you keep this game alive?
Kind of messed up, not gonna lie.
Damn.
Alright, so I think first up is from Mizu, looking for feedback on primarily visuals, possible layout changes. No known issues, that entire field left blank, which means I get to be an asshole. Let's take a look.
Starlight Station.
Huh, alright. Very dark first turn, low confidence.
Interesting music choice.
Yeah.
Oh, I played this before.
Huh.
Yeah. Wait.
Brains?
Where
Whoa.
I'm going to assume that a slope collapsed during saving.
Oh no.
Unless there's a gimmick that I super don't understand here. Wait,
Actually, yeah, I think
There's
there's
another
supposed to
way.
be-
that way? Or...
No, I think
Was
there's
it-
supposed to be something there. You might be right.
Yeah, this
Something
is
might be
like
missing.
from the previous lap. That's like the starting area is blocked off and you're supposed to come in here through like lap 2. But yeah, I think the slope probably collapsed. That's
Can you make it
fucking
over there with the
unfortunate.
These
Has it
darn
happened
architects.
Yeah, Mizu confirms this section is not supposed to look or work like this.
Okay.
Has this happened before on stream?
It's,
Okay.
I think once or twice before, people will like get fucked by Zone Builder in the process of like doing the last export. They're like saving copy of Jartcast submission real final for real 1.pk3, and the slope just goes dunk, and it's done.
See ya.
Dang. The worst that's happened to me in like Zone Builders, like sometimes random wall text will just go away.
Consider yourself lucky.
I ask for less content, and this is what I get. From now on, I'm just gonna shut my mouth.
Now you get no content. Goodbye.
You get non-content. Alright, moving on while we can. Diggle has asked us to go wild.
Go crazy.
Roger
Oh!
that. Wandering Falls.
Uh-huh.
Pretty trees.
Interesting
Pretty.
visuals.
What does this remind me of?
Is this like...
Hamu. I see.
I'm getting Freedom Planet
House
vibes? Am I
at the
insane?
house.
No, I feel that.
Something about the
too.
palette?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely feel that.
Wow, this is pretty comfy.
Alright. Item drop feels a little blind. Not a lot of signage here, but like super clear fucking use of color and contrast. I feel largely
Yeah, no, I'm
comfortable.
noticing this. This is like incredibly open.
What is all of this?
The road just weaves like a long dragon.
Yeah, the layout work here kind of feels like... kind of reminds me of some of Roy's earlier work, where it's like super open. But like... fewer passive straights, which I appreciate. This section feels a little bit awkward to me. Off the cuff, but... Ooh, yeah, and like... I said I was gonna actually like do a full blind playthrough, but like... The way you're set up to look at this is a little bit misleading, because you can see the outer edge of the lower part of the turn down there, and so it's kind of like outlining what should be safe here, and it's only until you get about this far in that you see the slope of the bridge and the posts denoting the corners. So somebody who's like trying to take this turn early is gonna smack the post or like death pit. I wish I had a house that cozy.
Nice house.
Nice boat.
Oh,
in this
fucking
economy,
hell.
Yeah, this checks off my cozy place to be spot on the checklist very nicely.
Nice.
I wonder if...
Goodbye.
I wanted to believe.
Do die.
Yeah, let me grab one of these and...
What do we got?
Cute, pretty generous, doesn't seem like super strong at first. Is this all like drivable over here? Oh man, you can get fucked up out here. Awful things can happen to you in this section of the course. Holy shit. If I'm ever knocked here, I'm raging.
Understand?
Look at the amount of time it takes you to actually make it back if some kind of freak egg box accident happens. So it might be worth finding some way to like artificially wall off some of the extended off-road.
Go back. I apologize if this is going to waste everyone's time, but I want to see if you can actually get in that house. Because, like, that seems like it's...
It feels like it's a barely plausible step up from here.
Yeah, no.
There was a way on the other side, pretty sure.
Like it had a clear door. Like on no, I'm talking about like the other side of the road. There, oh, that works too.
Open door.
Oh,
Open door.
Get out of the way.
Oh.
Well,
The fence in the scenery object doesn't work. Minus 10,000 points.
Messed up.
Yeah, clearly I need the blue key to get in that door.
You need a yellow ticket.
You need Runa.
Thank you.
So yeah, for a course with literally no signage of any kind, interesting, what is this fucking called? What is this image specifically called that I'm staring at on the level select?
I can't see it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
so I just got a DM. Get Tyrone to go into Spectator, float up, and look at the entire open map.
You're gonna make me turn on use mouse.
I'm gonna have to do that myself really quickly to understand what they're talking about. Oh yeah, and then like page down. Or whatever you use to look at a perspective.
Huh. I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be looking at here.
Oh, okay. So this is... Is this Skybox? Or is this just a weird, like, effect of the renderer?
There's a crack in the wall over here. What's this? I can't.
It
go
seems
through
like there's some culling issues, but I think it's very minor. You might be able to just
This cracked wall is so
rejoin.
fucking every Zelda instinct.
You must resist.
Yeah,
Seaside
you
has
could
been
use
talking
a
about
thing.
performance issues. I'm not running into it, but that's because I'm on a spaceship. There are definitely some spots where you could call some of this and lose almost nothing in terms of like useful view.
Everything is visible. And while that's a plus, like, because it's full scale with all these fucking huge parts visible, like, that's gonna kill software. So,
Yeah, no. I'm on OpenGL, I'm not having any issues, but Seaside definitely mentioned some issues on software.
Not layered transparency. Fun fact, there's actually a specific line that does renderer checks in Juicebox because the layered transparent sprites used for dash gates actually crash software in ASM with no backtrace.
Wow.
And nobody fucking understands it, so I'm just like, alright, guess this isn't transparent in software anymore.
yeah, no. If... I'm one of the fucking worst cases where I've actually made a map exactly like this way back in the fucking day where I had a paper-thin Thok barrier and a shit ton of FOFs, and you kind of don't want to mix the two. Like, consider some more Thok barriers so that things can be properly culled.
The software renderer's like performance profile generally just doesn't make any sense at all. And actually has nothing to do with visual complexity and everything to do with like a couple common things being implemented in weird, like, 500 ways. But yeah, while I can't speak for a lot of the performance profiling stuff myself, if somebody who doesn't typically have performance issues suddenly runs into them on a course, it's a fairly reliable indicator that weirdness is happening. This feels like an unnecessarily extended death. What?
Okay. What?
Hold on.
You see that?
Hold
I
on.
smell an Easter egg.
I sense grime. Oh.
Foolish.
Oh. This is difficult.
No one told me I have to work for my Easter eggs. Do not die.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm out of ideas. Is that just a global property of the trees?
Maybe.
It's entirely possible. So, did you just fucking say it's Runa?
No.
No?
I said it's fine.
I swear to God, I heard it as that, but
Go to bed, changing.
no.
I guess this is just the thing that the trees do.
Yeah, just
Bring me
normal
Sakura.
tree stuff.
Also,
Don't
I've
worry
been asked
about
to
it.
restart the map a few times. There it is.
It's
Oh. They pulled an
sun.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
Mario
the
Kart
Animal
8.
Crossing MK8 gimmick.
But then would there be 4 more variants in the Encore version?
Oh god, I don't even want to think about that. This is just like a skybox and maybe color map change, right? Or... No, the trees are different colors as well.
Yeah, no, I think it's to signify the different seasons. Maybe. Wait. Is it?
That's my guess, but I'm... Wait a second.
Oh, no, yeah, that's totally
What?
sliding.
Okay.
What the heck?
Okay, no, so it is MK8.
So
That's such an impactful gimmick to, like, put in one throwaway jump and not mention. What is
We're going to
that?
I mean, the good thing is the mentality a lot of mappers have is like even if it's only used once, if it's a map that has like 3 laps, you're gonna see it at least 3 times.
For sure. But, like, as soon as I see that, my brain, like, starts pushing on the inside of my skull as it expands. Like...
But how did you trigger that?
It just goes off.
Huh.
That is
I wonder-
super neat.
if you could have, I wonder if you could have some sort of indication for that on like the ramp itself. Like, hey, maybe some sort of marking to say like, hey, this is gonna work a little different. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
use like an upward wind, like, animated sort of thing.
Hmm.
So how come it didn't show up in the spring version?
Wizards.
Yeah.
So I wonder if
Yeah,
there are
it's
substantial
legitimate.
layout alterations for every season, then.
Maybe the water will be frozen in winter.
Finally, water skips.
Seems like that uses, like, view angle. That's interesting.
So when we get to the testing portion, we're going to have to reset until we get this season then.
I wonder if there's, like, a debug bar or something.
oh, I think is it every 2 plays?
Seems like it.
So
It would surprise
Right off the
me if
bat-
there was actually, like, nuanced map memory stuff going on here, but maybe.
right off the bat, I feel like for this variant in particular, I would avoid the gray on gray. I would like maybe make that a steel blue, if you can't.
Whoa!
Bridge again.
Do you mean the gray of the snow and the gray of the road?
Yeah, I would make the road like a steel blue, something to contrast against the white gray.
That didn't previously have a dash panel there, did it? Or did it? Am I on
It-
I
crack?
feel like it did. I remember seeing it.
Okay, the layout, the topographical layout definitely did change with the seasons.
There's more snow. I think there's snow on the roads, like a little bit.
Yeah,
You
there's
can
a
see
different
it.
off-road pattern.
Yeah.
Like that's
Ooh,
definitely
yeah.
more aggressive than it was previously. which makes it a little bit more treacherous, and as the most awkward part of the course currently, it does kind of call itself out.
Yeah,
But
see
that's
right
like
there,
a super... Go ahead.
the bridge that you just drove over, that's where that paraglider segment was.
Yeah,
in
and it was
summer.
bridged in spring as well.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I do wonder about Record Attack. See, now I want to pop this open and fucking Slate and see what the hell is going on, because if this doesn't use scripting, I'll eat my entire closet.
Delicious.
If it doesn't use scripting, then that's probably hell, because it's probably set up using a gargoyle box or something.
Yeah.
For classic.
The old, I don't like using Lua method, which, that's the...
Ooh.
Okay.
Alright.
Bridge gone.
Sway.
This is
Mark?
cute.
I
Okay.
vibe with it.
I'm gonna immediately hit you with what might be my most nitpicky and personal complaint in the history of this show. Why the fuck does every one of these variants have the same music? Love yourself and go insane. 4 songs immediately. I don't care what it does to the file size. Downloads are cheap.
Hey.
Yeah.
Diggle says the only Lua in this is the glider. Also fucking love yourself!
Yeah, if... I don't know how the fuck you did
Lua
this,
is
then.
easier than whatever you're doing.
I believe.
If you make many more maps, please reuse that glider feature. It looks very fun.
Well, I think that is like an actual Lua that is out there. Maybe.
Yeah,
Is
it's.
it
I
released?
remember. Please feel free to shoot me if I'm misattributing this, but I remember Hugador showing off some glider stuff in Discord. Is this the
Oh.
same script,
Yeah.
or? Okay, no, I got it right.
Ah, cool. Is it like community content?
Hey, those dash pads were pointed the wrong way.
I think what I saw in the Discord channel is that it was that it might have been considered as like a thing for public release that people can put in their maps if they want, but I'm not entirely sure on that.
Ah.
I don't think it's on the MD yet.
Well, no, I don't think.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
on
think
the
it's
MD
been
yet,
released properly yet, but I believe that was like the plan.
That's the intention.
Yeah, Hugador says it will have a release soon. So, this is neat, and I appreciate that I can spend most of my time admiring the gimmicks and wondering why the fuck mappers are so afraid of Lua when the type of wizard shit they're doing on the regular is like 50 times worse. Rather than complaining about directioning, because this is extremely readable even at like a casual glance from someone who is generally distracted and dumb like myself. I think there's ambiguity on this particular drop between like it being a ramp down or a just hard jump. And I think the placement of the item set doesn't necessarily help that. Introduce these little posts as like a marker for the bridges and the way they connect, but I don't think the player has had enough time to internalize that yet. And so an abrupt, what exactly am I looking at? Directly into like kind of a visually confusing section here. Where like you don't get a clear visual on where you're headed for a bit. It's a little scary. I think this particular section could use some refinement and maybe bring out the edge of this bridge a little bit, or do something else to resolve the discontinuity between like where the player is actually looking to line up at the outside of this corner versus where the bridge actually cuts off. Because these posts are like the same color as the floor, I don't think they call themselves out particularly well as like implied boundaries. And I think in any case, it's always better for a player to directly see something, so.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Hanu says Turing complete line depths win. I have implemented Magic the Gathering in control sectors.
Alright.
Wait, there's a toad here?
Gonna mute.
Yeah, so like the drops are the only places where I feel like momentarily unsure of myself here. Everything else is pretty reasonable. Fucking thick-ass road borders do wonders. Same for like
Signage wouldn't
clearly banked turns.
Ever hurt though,
Go
for
ahead.
what it's worth. Signage wouldn't ever hurt though, for what it's worth. Like I could see this, like this could easily probably, I think you could probably slap a sign here, and it probably
Yeah,
wouldn't
no,
hurt
there are
anything.
tons of like pretty blank areas of scenery where like if you were able to find a thematically appropriate sign, it never hurts to double up.
Yeah. There are also, like, scenery-related things you can do, too, that aren't just put an arrow here. You can just, like, put some trees to, like, line up the side of the road, because, you know.
And more elements like that give you chances to like really lay it on thick with the seasonal theming.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I want to point this out. Something that a lot of people underestimate is actually using stuff like that, because you'll go to the sections like the very last turn, and you see all the trees. Like, your natural, like, gorilla brain instinct is, oh, I don't want to run into those things. Those I'm going to bump into. Those bad. And, you know, once you've trained the player to realize that, like, this sort of, like, visual clutter reads as, oh, that's not traversable in any way or shape or form, so I need to drive around that. So, like, you know...
Yeah, using larger scale geometry cues to, like, draw the player's eye away from
Exactly.
hazards.
That being said, be mindful of sector counts.
Let me real quick take a look at... No fading. My config got reset earlier. Fading is the devil. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this. I'm looking forward to racing on it. And I don't think I have a lot more to nitpick about other than like, no, seriously, 4 songs. Easy clap. Kind of just want to... Sitting here like... Yeah! Also, those are definitely
just
backwards
noticed
on my
that-
screen.
Yeah, I see it too.
Oh yeah, it's same.
Okay. I can never trust anymore, considering there was like that really long period of time in this game's history where the OpenGL renderer was just fucking rendering dash panels backwards or at the wrong offset for no reason.
I feel like it still does that sometimes. You can't convince me it's fixed.
This is mapper paranoia at its finest.
It really is.
But yeah, unless anybody's got anything else to say, I think I'm good to move on.
Yeah, same.
I'm impressed.
Video game's good.
Next up, Omnix filled in absolutely no information of any kind. Constant GF Xerox could not be parsed.
Okay!
Okay.
Huh.
There it is. Okay, that's a really abrupt first turn.
Oh my fucking god, you even have the,
The
PA!
Eggman!
That's pretty excellent. I wonder if that's actually, like, a sound source with a location. I see the signage there, but it really doesn't call itself out particularly well. This is a cute, like, visual here. Oh, hello there. Huh. Yeah, this is visually neat, and I completely misjudged the inside of that corner.
Yeah,
It's tough, look at it.
Same.
As you approach this on on level ground, the inside of the corner basically disappears.
Yeah. walls using the same texture as road.
Yeah, I'm noticing a lot of that too. There's very like there's a very rough time trying to distinguish between road and wall
Okay.
because it's gray on gray in a lot
This
of
is
areas.
hilarious. This. If anyone is capable of taking this on the first lap, I will not just eat my closet, I will walk upstairs and start eating my roommate's closets. I have... This is insane. This appears for like 1 second. You're basically lining up with it blind. Getting a lot of weird hitches today. Anybody else hitching, or...?
Not me.
No.
Okay.
For some reason, it looked like there were a lot of sneaker panels in there.
Okay, you're getting
So it was
FPS
dark.
lag. That's different. I'm hitching at like full frames. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Yeah, it's like network interruptions or something. Wonder what's up. Yeah, this is a little scary because the item set covers the nice. The item set covers a change in road texture, and also happens to be placed at the exact wrong height. So it's like blocking the far edge of the road here.
Yeah, I would
So
honestly
this is
move it
super-
onto the road, like the graded road, so that you can tell the player to drive.
Yeah, maybe
onto
like
it.
mark it here
Yeah.
so that like someone's got a clear visual like reference to look forward to. Item sets are like ridiculous as directioning tools actually because players really, really want them. And when they see one, their eye will like snap to it like, hey, I need to plan for this. So just being relatively forward thinking about where you place your sets can do you a lot of good. This is a cool set piece that is in need of visual help. Also, what the fuck was going on like the shrub line up there? Holy shit. On God? What is
Something
that?
Don't worry about it.
Isn't
That's
wouldn't-
literally like sprite render distance. Yeah, yeah.
Wouldn't that be like the underside of this translucent road?
So yeah, stuff that I see right away is like very visually chaotic. And like there's a couple clear points where signage either is blatantly not used or is inconsistent. Like just staring out of the starting grid here, I think like this particular spot actually like kind of works as a microcosm here. There's a lot of visual information up ahead, and absolutely none of it is showing me which direction this turn actually is until I like stare at it and think pretty hard. Like there's signage, but it's indicating the bridge that I already like see. Not the actual direction of the oncoming turn. And
So-
depth only starts unfolding as I like come really close because there's a lot of very tightly tiled patterns.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm looking at the map in spectator mode, and I don't think there's a single fog barrier in this map.
Yeah, no, there isn't.
Like,
Please
it's all
cull your
visible.
stuff.
Oh yeah,
Please call your
someone
stuff.
also pointed out that these would only be affected by sprite limit if they are all mobs, which is... I don't know how that would be possible, or how the engine wouldn't like fall over trying to do that, but... Oh dear.
Oh my.
The actual,
The
like,
lush-
physical layout of this course is neat. I think, like, the locale that's being presented to the player is super cool. Takes you through a lot of different set pieces, and is generally just, like, super varied and interesting throughout.
Yeah.
But it's in
So-
dire need of visual cleanup to make it feel like a cohesive whole, and, like, make sure players actually know where they are.
I agree, and it's funny you bring that up. One of the things that I would actually suggest to, like, actually sort of bring further visual cohesion is I'm noticing that there's a lot of grass just being used in, like, if you go up, if you basically get to the section further up ahead. I'll show you what I'm talking about. There's a lot of sections like that where there's just a shit ton of grass, and like the same kind of pattern and color will be lining like not necessarily the bottom sides of the walls, but like it'll be at the at the very like tips of each cliffside, and I feel like that might fuck with some readability slightly, and I feel like you might actually want to either make this a dirt road, kind of like it is in fucking what is it, Team Sonic Racing, or alternatively, if you want cleaner, like easier to read visuals without all the noise, you could probably use some assets from Sonic Colors DS.
There is no earthly way these are all mobs. I'm fucking losing my mind looking at this.
I think they are.
I don't think this is a layout port, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, I actually didn't even see this the first time through. Probably needs an additional marker. It is like flat green on flat green. And it's placed like behind a sign, which is kind of stealing your attention. Although this sign is kind of hilarious, actually. Like, as far as the way this sign is placed and lit, thank you, Vinny, versus like the actual visual chaos that is happening on this turn, it doesn't actually function as adequate directioning IMO.
There are 0 thought barriers.
Oh man, oh man. I wish this game had hot swap renderer, so I could just switch to software and immediately, like, start vomiting all over my keyboard. But yeah, I think the worst of, like, the visual chaos comes with abrupt road transitions that are, like, masked by other things and don't, like, feel super justified. Whee! And I think, like, this section, the grassy section after all of this, is probably the worst offender, although, like, seriously, look at how the inside of this corner completely evaporates as you're ascending here. I don't think these elevation dips are, like, justified or necessary at all. And if you can't line the outside of this for whatever reason, because it's, like, just technically annoying from a mapping perspective, then I would probably try to restructure this section so that it all slopes downward. As, like, a last-ditch visibility hack, essentially. Like, by comparison, these are very nice and easy to read and friendly, even without signage.
I don't know if those are stock barriers, Mari, so much as it's just the lowered ceiling.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking at, like, vantages like this again, where the player's screen is just filled with fuck. There are, like, tons of very tight repeating patterns. Everything is kind of the same color, and the only reference that a player has for, like, well, there's a back wall, so I need to turn. And I guess it's probably going to be a turn in this direction because I can see, like, the waterfall. But I have no idea where the road actually is because of the lack of clear division between, like, wall and road here, because of this, like, mossy texture used, and because of, like, this super crazy Moir effect.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually looking, so right now I'm actually just looking in the center of the map through Spectator. There's just a flat stretch of land.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at that too.
Yeah, that doesn't need to exist. You can just delete that sector. There's your
Omnic, if you're watching this, you could totally just stock barrier that, and I can guarantee you the FPS will probably improve substantially just from that alone.
Well, I talked about how the sneaker panel does not exist here.
It's a lie.
I don't even think you want to hit that. Like, I'm reasonably sure that you just take that corner on the inside if you can actually see it and know where it is. and just ignore that dash panel completely.
Yeah, for what it's worth, it doesn't necessarily seem too optimal. I would actually...
It has like a rescue panel vibe to it, but you could just as easily close up the corner a little bit and like tighten up the visuals, and it would play better,
Yeah.
IMO.
I agree.
There are... Man, what? There are so many different kinds of signage used in this course.
Yeah.
Like, pick one with a distinct visual style that, like, contrasts against the other elements you're trying to use, and then stick with it, IMO. Like, it could be this, it could be any of the other types of signage that are used here. Like, the fucking Eggman, oh shit, Death Pit sign. And then right up ahead, we have, like, green on white.
I think these might all just be textures from Sonic Colors.
Just direct rips?
That's just trying to, getting use out of those, I would say.
Maybe.
That would be my instinctual
All of
thought
the
as well.
signage here is trying really hard to be diegetic as well, which is, like, I think that's neat when people can get it right. But... like, if there's any question of, like, readability, one of the first things that should go is that assumption. Diegetic meaning, like, it exists in the world and in the environment. Like, there's a plausible reason for signage to be there.
Yeah. You know what's
As
a
opposed to, like,
last-ditch
the
effort?
traditional floating chevron of fuck, where it's just like, I needed to put a sign here and don't really care how it fits into the world, as long as it isn't, like, explicitly breaking the environment.
Yes. As a last-ditch effort, this is like the most chaotic, if all else fails, suggestion. I would still, like, place the standard-ass built-in card arrows where necessary, but if all else fails, you can totally pull, like, a sloppy sledge and actually make the fucking, like, what is it, Sonic Colors Drift QTE buttons appear and shit. And it would be thematically appropriate, and it would probably, well, a
People would think
Band-Aid
that's
solution
cool.
would be cool as shit. Yeah, people will like that.
Yeah, and for those of you who aren't, like, quite familiar with, like, a lot of community content, that's, like, the Mario Kart Super Circuit style stuff, where, like, an arrow just appears on your HUD to denote the next turn. Hell, even if you, like, do clean up conveyance, that can be a neat gimmick to use just to, like... Because obviously there's a lot of attention paid to the source material here. It's clear that this course comes from someone who was fucking amped up about Planet Wisp, holy shit. And that's cool. Like, by all means lean into that. This is one of those cases where I'm inclined to be super lenient on something, because, like, the ambition and work put into something is clearly evident, even if, like, some of the fundamentals are not quite there. So, like, hey, maybe something to think about. There are a lot of, like, relatively simple things I think can be done to improve visual clarity in some of the tougher spots here. I think that sound actually does have an origin. I swear I'm hearing it rotate in my fucking headset.
I thought it was just a line depth effect, but...
Might be. No, I very like the idea of, like, a physical PA speaker placed in the course that's just blasting the lines.
No, just Sprite Eggman with a megaphone.
Where is he?
He's standing on top of the Pure Fat truck.
But where can I find this Eggsman?
Somewhere.
Yeah, I think, like, the most critical, like, you literally have to fix this situation is that. Stuff where, like, item sets and track elements are just voiding out and fucking off because the engine is not equipped to handle what you're trying to do with it. And there are ways to, like, fake this kind of scenery with mid-textures, etc., in ways that won't, like, destroy the engine completely. But next step from there is probably just, like, really look at every corner. Like, park there and just look at it and, like, make sure that there's a clear separation between every element in play. And that, like, you're using contrast where it needs to be used, you know? And yeah, sloping the purple turn. I did mention, like, if you change nothing else but make that entire section sloped downwards instead of, like, dipping up and down, it will read better. If, like, nothing else, but, you know. Yeah, L-Dog brings up a good point. Because this game is made of popsicle sticks and fucking prayers, there are limited thing slots. And so if you don't have to use one, maybe consider don't, because you are effectively permanently taking it up.
Yeah, I would mid-texture some of these, just so that people don't have thing-object conflicts.
Let's
'cause you can
talk
basically
about
name your
beach
textures
balls.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's basically what I've got to say about this. I think this is super neat and could be, like, massively improved with only a few, like, small changes in, like geometry and a couple tough spots and, like, some texture choice. And, like, slapping chevrons everywhere. Takes this from, like, scary to navigate to perfectly fine, probably. I'd say, like, the scenery might suck to batch replace, but is probably required given the performance constraints. Yeah, I think this is neat, and I'm excited to see it improved. That's where I'm at. Anybody else?
Yeah.
It's just
That's about
want
it.
to emphasize the software at this point because it is really important as far as like making sure that like you're not running at like 17 FPS in software. But that's about it for me too, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, first map from Pure Plus, who mentions shatter blocks look weird from the sides and don't align correctly in software, looking for layout feedback and general net gameplay ability. Alright. Fucking first maps are always exciting for me. Is that map 00? Jesus Christ, delete fonts. What the fuck? Hello there.
Cosmic
Oh.
Coast.
Oh wow.
This is vibrant. Holy shit.
Nice and easy. You ever know?
That surprised me just a bit.
I'm concerned about these panels.
I
Alright,
mean-
what happens if... Okay, they're just breakable.
Yeah.
Oh, my face.
Okay, that's cute. They're like the most harmless fucking hazard, but they're cute. I like that.
I
It
just-
makes me smile a lot.
Actual
I-
MS Paint hazard, that makes me... That's pretty good. It's
I-
trying really
has
hard to be a
anybody-
real hazard.
Yeah, has anybody here played Mario Party 3?
Not for
literally
any
just-
longer than I had to.
I only played a little bit of it. I need to go back and finish.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
literally just this is literally just based off a Mario Party 3 minigame.
Is it a layout port as well, or...
Not a layout port, no. This is original layout, but like general concept is the same. Go fast, avoid the Bowsers.
This is definitely some fucking Mario Party-ass music.
Yep.
Like, this is the theme of Destroyed Friendships. Part 1 of 87. I'm immediately getting weird vibes from, like, the cross-jump, because those are traditionally just, like, fragile elements in courses to begin with. And I'm also a little bit suspect to the amount of time you spend at dash panel speed. I think that's
Wouldn't
an
it be a
interesting
prog-
element there on first lap, at least, where it's like, okay, if you want to take the outside and hit the panel, you have to steer way out of... Okay, that's cute!
I like
No,
that.
I already used that sound effect for my pack. Now it just plays twice. That's
Nah.
pretty good.
Going off what you said about like cross jumps, wasn't there like one in like a past map that would have been prime Bonk City if people like collided in midair.
Yeah, that was
It's a
freaking
really common, like, situation in those sorts of track elements.
Forget about it.
I think this is probably fine because there's no airtime on the lower path.
Hmm.
I can still potentially see somebody getting fucking spiked down to the lower path.
Okay, I think I have an idea of what's Bobby plugging me. Restart real quick. So immediately I want to point out that two Bowser signs definitely are what capture your they're what capture your attention the most, and I think they do kind of distract from the actual turn you're supposed to be making.
It's the right one is actually blocking the start of that outside wall basically.
Yeah.
Which is a little scary because
I
this
do
turn
also
feels
wanna
pretty
say-
abrupt as a result.
I'm not sure the mid textures on the mid textures on the starting line, like the little starting lines. I'm not sure those are entirely necessary. I feel like they're probably just more visual information than what is worth, I guess.
I mean, this road
Do you want
texture's
the-
hilarious.
Do you want the 100% absolutely chaotic answer to that solution back at the start there?
Hit me.
Yeah.
Make the absolute fucking first set absolutely mandatory. So that you convey to the player that, hey, this is the gimmick.
Yeah, so remove the gap. Just a
Yeah,
solid
remove
wall
the
of
gap,
Bowser
make it
panels.
all wall of Bowser panels. So that the player can see, okay, it slows them down. They have
And
adequate time to
probably
prepare for
push
the
that corner back a little bit if you do this.
That too. But still, the player would naturally slow down because they hit it and they'd have adequate time to actually make the
Yeah,
turn,
because I
too.
wasn't sure what
So-
the hazard actually was until I, like, forced myself to drive into it because I'm doing a course review stream. But, like, typically when something is conveyed in yellow and red with an angry face on it, the results are very bad if you interact with that thing.
Mhm.
Seaside's also mentioning that wrong texture width is screwing this up in software. I mean, this looks funny, but
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If the tech was not a multiple of like 128, 256, etc.
yeah,
like,
I'll
what's gonna
flash
happen.
Seaside's screenshot from the software renderer up really quickly. Honestly, Jesus, I should just have a fucking spectator client like running the software renderer and then picture-in-picture it on this stream.
If I could suggest something, they could make like custom side textures for these things, so that it doesn't look like it's like cut off or anything.
Yeah, could
Yeah.
probably also do offset wizardry and just add a little bit of extra space to the texture.
Well,
so that it
okay,
could be used there,
okay. The issue with that though, if you do that, I believe that these are all FOFs, so you would have to basically make it a multi-property FOF,
okay.
or either you need to like designate a section of the texture to that particular offset. Otherwise, it's kind of hard to make one side one texture.
I
So-
feel like the global readability improvement I want to see is that I really don't want the midline and like this outside like last ditch border to ever use the same color, and I want this border to be present basically all the time. Like the cues for denoting the outside of the track seem to change pretty rapidly as you go. Like, this blue and green arrow texture goes from, like, hey, warning, edge of road, to, like, XD Alamau, I suppose. Like, it's no longer
Alamau.
conveying anything. And so it gives the, it gives the texture choice. It weakens it a little bit on the conveyance side because stuff doesn't consistently mean the same thing at every location on the course. Go ahead, Seaside. So what are we looking at here? Oh yeah, well there's that. So, not
Yeah.
okay. That's what cross jumps are.
I would say if there could be a way to like death pit that, but what about people that fall that just get popped up under it?
Okay, naive scripting solution is to just have a map script running where it's like if a player is in this sector and their star post num indicates that they've already been through the loop, then just kill them there.
Huh.
Wow.
But like requires Lua, which mappers are allergic to. So but that's like that's my off the cuff 5-second I'm not a mapper solution to that problem. Is just to actually check their checkpoint while they're in that sector and kill them if it's too high.
Or, you know, this is a controversial opinion, but you could use a zipper.
Quickly, someone call L-Dog!
I'm about to end this man's whole career, but I'm not a mapper.
But Chenji, zipper's bad.
If it's what you need to use, it's what you need to use.
Eldo.
Oh yeah, there's fucking Hugador's wacky zipper script that re-enables drift storing on zippers.
Makes them fun again.
Which is like, what?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm getting fucking network stalls tonight. I don't know, my computer hates me.
It happens.
Did I leave my torrents on?
Piracy?
Okay, I did not mean myself. My torrents are not on. What do you mean
Nope.
piracy? I only
just
seed
kidding.
Linux ISOs. I definitely don't seed multiple terabytes of arcade ROMs.
Hell dog,
Thinking
don't tell me to
out
shut
loud?
up, I'm right.
Dessert, what?
But yeah, okay, so L-Dog has signed off on my idea not like being broken for reasons I don't understand because I'm afraid of Zone Builder, so that conceptually functions, and if you don't want to make any like map level geometry changes, then that's probably like the easy solution. Other than that, it's like this is a really like simple layout because, oh well, this is here and confusingly lit, I think, and very scary looking.
Well, it is some weird lighting.
It's so dark.
Is it possible to Fulbright those obstacles then?
You would need to designate those as their own MLBJ, because then
I
you'd
also
be able to give them
think
the
that-
like Fulbright flag.
Fulbrighting them would definitely like, I don't know. These are kind of functioning as like directioning elements. If those were full ass bright yellow, they would definitely fight like looking forward to the item set. It splits player attention, and like you're not given a whole lot of space to appreciate this change in road texture. Plus, it's a weird texture. It doesn't immediately denote off-road to me. So if those were full bright, I feel like readability issues would happen as a result. But yeah, just like visual consistency cleanup and maybe like using a different color for the outer border. Basically, the only things that I'd change apart from like Chenji's whack-ass force them to interact with the Bowser panel suggestion. Which
Yeah,
I actually
do it. Don't
think
be a coward.
Which I actually think is a good idea if you push this turnout. Just like, because I've said from the very beginning, if you're gonna do a map gimmick, you need to introduce it to the player as quickly as possible and in a place where they won't feel punished for not knowing what it is. And like, off rocket start seems like a pretty good candidate to check both those boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could also just extend the straight out a little bit, like at the beginning, just to like give you more time to adjust, especially to this turn, because it came up really quickly, and I was like, oh shit, oh fuck, oh god, what am I doing?
Yeah, and there's like there's a lot of fucking colors on this turn, Chief. Like, am I crazy for making that call that like this is like a little bit visually cluttered?
No,
It is.
I think it's fun. to
There's
say,
like
yeah.
4 different patterns on my screen right now. Craziness.
I think it's actually not necessarily clutter so much as it is like there's
Is this animated? Why?
there's a lot of elements that share the same like I suppose general palette.
Yeah.
So
The like magenta is used both in the midline and the outside. These two textures, although they're denoting like wildly different levels of danger, use literally the exact same colors. This uses the same or a similar blue as the main road.
I
And then,
have
like-
kind of a suggestion for, like, as far as like making conveyance, like making like conveyance more clear. Why don't you just like you see like the arrow textures at the like side? Why not just float them up?
Huh, maybe.
To, like,
Yeah,
like
just
give
like
them like more of a like to make them pop out more, I guess, and to give like more of a meaningful like I don't know. You just you get what I'm
yeah,
trying to say.
literally any elevation difference or like even like a short mid texture on the edges here would help. Stuff like that. Oh yeah,
I feel like the issue
the
with
Mario
that is,
Party
like,
music
you'll have
is
to worry
soaking in my
about
brain.
fucking. If you've got weird sections throughout the map, you might have to worry about vertex slopes. But yeah, actually, it's still very much so a legitimate suggestion, and I actually agree with it though.
And I feel like if you do that, you could probably even like do away with the fucking with the current like wall texture right now.
Maybe.
So I feel like that would only convey. I don't know.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of different ways you can tackle this. I think
Yeah.
when the fucking Mario Party hits Pensive Azusa Cowboy OK Hand. this fucking
my mood
music
all the
is
time.
slaying me.
SpongeBob looking out his window. Where is?
Yeah, so if anybody else has got shit they want to get off their mind for this is like a 5-lapper, so like on a layout level, there's like not a whole lot to talk about, so it really does come down to like the visual aspects of playability IMO. Part of me is kind of okay with the loop not having a death pit. Mario Party is a game forged from liquid suffering. Bad! Ethics violation!
No, I agree. I agree.
Get out of here.
You get minus 5,000 points if you leave elements in your course on purpose that make players want to throw their controller.
That's
In
map code.
IMO, you are financially responsible for all thrown controllers at that point. You have to, like, put a form in the WAD where it's like, please email me for a replacement controller. Also, can I just say, I don't understand. I have never been so angry that I decide, I know what I'll do. I'll destroy my own stuff. Like, controller throwing wall punching shit.
Yeah.
I saw a video once where guy fucking gets his ass beat on like last stock at a Smash event and very calmly turns to his opponent and shakes their hand and nods his head good game, and then like gets up, kicks his chair over and spikes his controller.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you thought about that action the whole time you were shaking his hand. How did you still do it?
Gamer rage.
You just fucking-
And yeah, green and blue road trim something that stays since it's a part of the actual minigame. Not sure about the pink. Yeah, I don't like the magenta on a visual level. It makes me angry, but I also don't think it's really doing its job at the moment. And now this is two conversations. This is a conversation about visual design, and this is a conversation about the psychology of controller spiking. Dude, GameCube controllers are so expensive. You have a fucking controller with perfect dashback and you just throw it because you suck?
Bold of you to assume I use GameCube controllers.
Oof.
Bold of you to assume I play Smash.
You should check out the 64 community. Fucking Melee has arguments about like legal controllers. People are like writing up rule sets with detailed lists of banned analog values. 64
What?
community is like, yeah, fuck it, bring a keyboard if you have a fucking converter. You're a Calera hero who only plays on emulator 3 times a year. Fuck it, bring your keyboard. This is a real thing. There are basically no controller restrictions.
I love
Why is
it.
the 64 community so fucking based?
What are they based on?
based on Falcon running grab.
I love it.
Smiley face.
I actually have I have a fucking snack box micro ordered, and I'm just thinking about like, this is a controller that I paid redacted dollars for. I will now throw it.
Yeah.
Just why do you do this? Okay. Course critique stream? Question mark?
No.
Exclamation point?
Yeah.
Alright, so we've done 4 maps, except we actually did 3 maps. So I think we're good to also cover some of the resubmits tonight.
Yeah.
Because I think
Sure.
both Snoo and Wardog have resubmits on deck. But before we do that, anything, anybody... What is this alignment? I've been staring at this the entire time.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
I feel that.
Oh, it makes me angry.
Don't
Why?
look at it.
Why is it like that?
Just turn off your monitor.
Yeah, problem solved. Turn off your monitor.
But yeah, for a first map, this is like shockingly competent. Given the given the like hilarious spectrum of playability we've had on the show, from this is my first map, smiley face. This is like pretty neat. I think just a little bit of visual iteration probably works. Extend the landing at the end just a bit. Yeah, I can agree with that. And like there is basically no signage anywhere here, so if you can find some thematic sign, I'm sure there's something you can rip from a fucking N64 Mario Party if you absolutely must. Oh yeah, the fucking the barriers. Yeah, I don't know. I think they definitely look super disruptive in a solo environment. I doubt they will be that fucking disruptive in net games. But hard to say. I may have PM'd you a controller-related question. Where are we? What generally is a
Somewhere.
good controller for that game? What is that game? Also, you can ask questions in chat. That's fine. I'd actually prefer that. Oh my god,
Anyways.
Nice.
I have 500 pings. What the fuck is going on?
That's pretty good.
Alright. As far as cart specifically, any controller works if you're using a community build that removes digital turn easing. If for whatever reason you're against doing that because you don't understand computers, then anything with an analog stick. As long as it's got 4 buttons and some type of steering method, you're probably fine. You're not required to fucking hold the item button in this game, thank god. My fucking hands cry out from 10K VR Mario Kart, so... That was like the one thing that really struck me when I first started this game is, oh, I don't need to fucking hold the button to trail items. Thank god. Alright. Map SM.
Alright, I'm back. Oh.
Arid Badlands.
Oh.
There are some pretty substantial visual updates here, aren't there? The fucking
Oh,
haunted
there's a
house
sushi
scoop jump
map.
immediately.
I've never seen this
Yeah,
map
Kenzie?
before.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, you did. You actually did do the custom
Yes,
texture
good.
work, didn't you?
Yeah. Did you think I was fucking lying?
No, but sometimes things don't happen.
You made this?
Oh, this is Snooze
I
map?
made this.
Yeah.
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 Hey!
Oh.
Jaws.
Hey, fucking up my drift.
Pretty
The
good.
change in color does make it a bit easier to read.
Oh yeah, this is definitely like
Yeah, no, readability is like night and day. Proving once again that art skill is fucking overpowered. And
You just gotta convey that. Like,
they
sometimes
need to
vanilla
nerf
textures can't do that
graphics
shit.
in the next version of the universe. Like, fucking shit, I went into the wrong discipline.
fucking
This is,
The
like,
fence
pretty abrupt and
textures.
tight, but I think it's still probably fine. The path splits are way better now.
the fence textures are so fucking big. They help that like helps a lot. That's
Yeah,
so-
no,
that
I'm
art's
serious,
always
like-
there. It's so
No,
imposing.
that arch is always there.
yeah.
Like, genuinely, like, if something is immediately obvious to the player, like, Sometimes you just gotta fucking make it bigger.
Players
Expand.
never look up, so just start making sky elements larger and larger until they're on the ground. But yeah, we've taken a look at this before, and my consensus, basically group consensus, was this is a cool layout with some scary moments of readability at times. And like the technicality of the way it plays is pretty fun. So, oh dear. No. So like, what other visual stuff got done here, or is it literally only just like a flat texture replacement?
So the cactus is now its own independent object.
All right.
As you can see, it's like those used to be the fucking arid canyon cacti too.
Sorry.
There you go.
Oh, no. If you stop right there, actually. I'm not sure about the fence in front of the arrows. It feels like kind of a weird decision that, like, if you turn it back around. I'm not sure about the fence in front of the arrows. I feel like that's kind of a weird decision that obscures, like, a little bit of them. Like, they're not unreadable, but it's like, oh, that's a little distracting.
It's just so the sign won't fall into the chasm. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't actually understand, like, the purpose of this fence. Unless it's, like... It's a little bit difficult for me to visualize this section without it being there. I guess I can see as, like, an edge case that it's, like, drawing the player away from that spot. So they don't just, like, YOLO death pit here. But I'm not sure how much I believe in that particular cue. Could always leave the fence and raise the signs. I don't know. I feel kind of ambiguously about this one. I think that, like, the clear, like, brightness separation here, fucking bright-ass road, dark-ass never go here, bright-ass road, more or less solves the path split issue where, like, before it was possible to just not interpret the mechanic at all and you just fly down the middle and die. And I feel intuitively like that should be enough.
For what it's worth, this is actually legitimately my first time seeing these textures actively used, because I was only just sent screenshots before. So.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you didn't even have the map, you were just like, hey, here's a sprite, does this work? And you got a screenshot back and you were like, seems good.
Yeah, no, actually.
Seems good.
That works.
That is a development
Yeah.
process that would drive me to madness.
I've worked with Nightmare clients before.
Please send me a vector of your logo. Okay, sends a JPEG embedded in a Word document.
Like,
Oh,
I'm incredibly negotiable. Don't worry. About it.
Fucking, if you happen to be working with a freelance artist, be a human being, please. Understand that, like, other humans are humans. Just
I'll think about it.
broad general rule. It's like, generally speaking, on like a neurological development level, you figure out that other people are actually people with independent brains somewhere around the age of 3. So if you're old enough to work with a fucking artist, you're old enough to understand that, like, they're a human being. Fucking... Anybody who has done commission work for any length of time has this rant in their soul. But yeah, I think this, like, there are basically no layout alterations as far as I can tell, and the only, like, actual map level stuff might actually be the cactus. So, like, not a lot to say about the layout because it's been previously covered, but I will say that, like, readability went substantially up. And I don't think that's necessarily, like, this is not a magical property that custom textures have for mappers who are looking at this like, god damn it, I don't know how to sprite anything, I can never make stuff that looks this good or plays this well. It's not
still
because
think-
the textures are custom textures. It's because, like, the fucking... The contrast is, like, what's pulling the majority of the fucking work here.
Yeah.
It's why the conveyance works the way it does. You can
Exactly.
be using only vanilla textures, and if you pick stuff according to, like, the same rules of fucking contrasting colors and brightness, it might not look, like, stellar, but it will read well.
You were making a point, Runa?
Yeah, it was related to one of the slopes, kind of near the middle.
You want to go ahead and point that out?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and hit that for you.
That's so amusing.
Profanity?
Cheater.
Reported.
They keep hacking the video game to turn better than I do.
Hate it when that happens.
Fucking love how vertical this map is.
No, it's like I said this the first time we saw it, where it has, like, kind of... The crazy verticality gives it the energy I like from Volcanic Valley, which is well documented as my favorite vanilla map, because it makes it feel scary and dynamic without actually being all that threatening.
Okay, so I am immediately a little worried about this turn in particular still. And I guess that's primarily because you don't really have any sight on where the outer wall is, like, from here.
I
you
think
kind of do
the
have to,
pattern used on the back wall is clear enough that you have some idea, but the transition is a
you have
little
some
abrupt.
idea.
I would actually suggest redoing, not necessarily redoing, but like splitting some of the topology on that slope and like actually like making the outer edges of it bank upwards so that like the player at least has some sight of
Yeah, for
visibility on the
sure.
road going down.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, if you
a
don't want to
really
actually change the shape of this turn, then just like non-physics slope up at the outer edge would probably be enough.
good- and that
Granted,
was-
all slope topology is apparently a nightmare so awful that someone can save a map for jartcast and the slope just decides to kill itself during the export process. So,
Hate it.
Oh, yeah, you can do that, and that still feels good.
I like
Yeah,
that
that's
path
all.
switch, even though I don't think it justifies itself at all. Like, you probably shouldn't do it if you're trying to go fast. It still
Style
makes me
point.
happy.
You're just giving the player options to vary their line. I don't think there's a problem with it.
Yeah, no, there's no problem with it. It's just like, I'm compelled to take it every single time, even though, like, you shouldn't do that.
What if somebody puts a mine on one side? You might have the option to just jump over to the other, you know?
Please check
be
off
thankful
your
for
what
that.
if mines square of the bingo.
but like this is warranted though.
No, I get it. I'm fucking with you, but like, it's because mines are so fucked up. Mines are actually like some of the most fucked up gameplay elements ever. They're ridiculous. But yeah, I think like, I don't know if I necessarily have a lot more to say about this. That probably shouldn't be reachable. So anybody else want to cover something? Or like,
I mean, that was about it for me, personally.
What are you doing, dude?
yeah, it's like resubmits aren't gonna have like, by the nature of it, there's not gonna be a whole lot of in-depth stuff we can say unless it's like, oops, I accidentally redid the entire map. Like, what is it, fucking, crazy map with like 0 with spiraling floaty floor and all the spring jumps that made no sense. What was it called?
I don't remember anymore.
Where like the first draft we got of that compared to like the most recent submission are not even like the same layout at all. It has the same music and skybox, and then everything else is different. Alright. Last on the docket, I believe, is a War Dog resubmit.
Mission 3, start.
Laboratory takeover.
Hoping the map feels more than simple box rooms with funny metal slug sprites glued in. Jesus, that's You assassinated yourself. Ah,
Yeah.
I feel
well.
bad. But this is
Honestly, I've
cool.
seen this
This is like... This is
Wow,
some nutty
yeah.
scenery, actually.
Yeah.
Big fan, immediately.
That Metal Slug racer I've seen work on would fit in well here.
I feel like this could get raised so that the arrow is clearly above the railing. Hey, you do it here. Or well, it's because like the railing is actually a step up, but like it just looks a lot easier to read. That image is still ridiculous.
There it is.
It's
It's illegal in several territories. It's a weapon of war.
Weapon of choice.
This fucking section got the most ridiculous glow up. What is this element? That's fucking cool.
This is some goddamn Crash Bandicoot shit.
No,
like,
this is fucking neat.
I love it.
Like, the actual geometry of the space hasn't changed at all, but you're giving... It's like... The interest you've added between these turns, like, draws the eye away from the walls, and, like, immediately triggers the, oh, I have been tricked into perceiving depth thing. Same for this fucking... What is this? This is fucking awesome.
You know, I'm gonna echo Seaside here. A lot of this screams Marsh. I have incredible suspicion they had a hand in some of this visual work.
I mean, hell, mappers helping each other out, that can only lead to good shit, IMO.
I mean, you're right.
But yeah, it is like... There's a very particular style to the way, like, Marsh does scenery detailing. And it does feel pretty familiar here. Which is not a knock against it. I believe it works for this space and this theme exceptionally well.
If you go back, there's something I do want to point out. Okay, go back a little further. Okay, well, actually, I did want to point out something there, but this, like that, I'm assuming that's a cut, right? Like the Gray Springs thing. That didn't. It definitely blends in with the texture that is directly behind it. I feel like.
Yeah, it's about as visually inconspicuous as they come, and it's because the ramp isn't really visually distinct from the wall that's, like, framing it.
Yeah.
Wardog says that Marsh didn't do anything here.
Okay then.
Well, hey, looks good regardless.
I like how the minimap has a rugged look to it.
Oh yeah, the border.
Oh yeah, that's cute. I love that. But other thing I did want to point out, if you go up just a little further, like move forward, okay. I don't really understand why there's the mid texture on that hole specifically. I feel like it's just kind of taking focus away from the border of the track. Like you see, like because you got like a really distinctive border right
yeah,
here.
the topology here has been messed up in basically every draft. If I remember correctly, it still looks a little silly here.
Yeah, but I mean, it works for conveyance.
Yeah, agreed. I also missed the music loop because I run my audio very, very quiet during streams with conference calls in order to not, like, start yelling at people about 45 minutes in. But yeah, like, if for whatever reason you are allergic to music looping, there are tons of people who can do it for you in 5 seconds if you ask politely. I've
done music loops for quite a few people. If you would want me to help out with that.
I mean, hell, I've done fucking way too many music loops just for, like, modding purposes.
Say, do those soldier dudes on the map have, like, collision?
I want them to fucking behave like toads. I want them to inherit that.
There you go.
I am the fucking smartest human being. You and me,
Perfect.
War Dog! We're going far!
He's okay.
That's pretty good.
That is
See the game.
fucking stellar.
Mission 3. Start.
Mario mentioned something about downward wind in one of the final sections again. Seaside, go ahead. Not trail.
What?
Yeah.
You saw
Yeah,
nothing.
the obligatory issue with downward wind, where if a player is ever affected by down... Okay, very good.
The spy.
Understandable.
The downward wind rule. Literally, never ever is it okay for a player to be affected by downward wind when they have control of their character on the ground. Always bad. Never okay. Where does it happen?
Eternal second.
Bonk.
Do not. Oh.
Okay, Warda is actually saying that specific thing was fixed, so something I assumed I had missed is actually just not there. Ow. Dude, no, seriously, you're actually killing it. This is like a glow-up.
You tearing it up. Oh.
This fucking section is like... The skybox is so crazy. I think I like it, but it's fucking insane.
Fucking barrels of the cannons actually have shading. Like, sector-wise, it's nuts. Like, not those, but like, the ones before. You'd have to go back.
If I like back up through here. Hold
Yeah.
on, let me... Huh. Weird fence.
I wonder what that in the middle does.
I mean, we've seen this.
Machine gun.
There it is.
You have voice clap for that as well, I think. Oh yeah, here we go.
Look at the fucking sector shading on that. God damn. That's some fucking AM2 Sega arcade shit.
That's so fucking annoying. How did you have the patience? Yeah, like, as long as Downward Wind never affects an actionable player, it's completely fine to use it to, like, patch together jumps. As long as it's not, like, crazy obvious vacuum suction to the ground, it's, like, usually fine IMO.
Helicopter.
Okay, it has
What is
rotations. I was so fucking confused for a second. There it goes.
He's vibing. He's going. He's going.
Step up. Nope. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's any like substantial layout alterations here. So like, in terms of the visual changes, literally all good. You are fucking slaying it.
There is something I do kind of want to point out real quick. Go back. Please. I love you.
No.
But, okay.
Further?
So, go back up that slope. Yeah, and then turn around. I immediately, like, if you go forward just a little bit,
Oh my god.
I immediately, like, interpreted this as, like, because this slope down is a little abrupt, I kind of interpreted this as speed, as, like, that grass element is, like, it's like an actual element that you could drive on and not something that was a part of the background.
I think delaying the floor texture change here might help with following the course a bit.
Or maybe even extending like the mid texture right here, like the border
Maybe.
a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe,
giving
like,
someone
extend
like
it
a
out.
backline to follow.
Yeah.
Then like taper it off like around here where the lasers start.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that makes sense.
But he still says that when you pick 12.
You're right.
I'm just saying, you're being lied to.
Whatever you say, knucklehead.
If you want to be silly, you pick Hugo.
No.
You just do EX clap at people until they fall over. But yeah,
Just respect the neutral.
I guess I'll open the floor before we go to net game testing, because this is like the last course on the docket. Anybody else? Because I think this is pretty fucking neat.
Genuinely no complaints.
Alright, gonna quickly
Pretty good.
set up... some binds here.
Ouch.
Alright,
Who's Mr. Why did he blow up my ears?
get your ass in here at your leisure. We got 10 races to go through.
What am I?
You're Runa.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure whether Diggle's submission has encore variants. Maybe we should try to reset until we can play all 4 seasons. Let me see.
That'd be nice.
Map.
Okay, there we go. I'm on my phone.
I'm upset I couldn't get a replay of that!
I have no idea what
yeah.
happened.
It's murder.
Okay, so these are the first few maps that I missed. Oh right,
I risked my
think we
life for that hit, and he didn't get affected a single bit.
when you instinctively try to attack. God damn it.
Welcome to hell.
Goodbye.
Hey Genji, goodbye.
That's a really good place to trap bananas.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I guess. Alright. This is fucking vanilla, so I should just hold this until the next set. Curses.
Ah.
Oh,
No, I'm slow.
yeah, I didn't want that anyway.
You
Fuck
are
it.
Fucking kidding me.
I didn't need that mine. What are you talking about?
Business minded.
The fuck does that even mean?
It means that you need to mind your
Trail
own
is
business.
fucking gone.
No? Or just throw an SPB and I'll drop frames and die. Easy.
You'll stall to your SPV music and then fall over.
I almost fell off the bridge as you said that.
Yeah, it's. I still think the ambiguity between a drop off and a bridge there is pretty rough. I feel like there's something like inherent in me that interprets like blind disappearance of road as always a jump.
Great. Mighty sucks.
You're fat.
Thanks.
Thanks. Smiley face.
You're Runa.
Are you sure? I don't believe. We need more clarification.
But I thought you were Runa. If you're not Runa, then who the hell are you?
Then who's flying the
Fuck
plane?
your needs. I always have been.
Always Runa.
Kind of
Turn
sus.
using a bitch.
What?
Terrible.
Oh no.
Oh, you can't say the S word.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Why did this character use Demo Man sound effects?
Genji, what do you mean?
You can't say sus.
This is a frankly uncomfortable amount of variance of this course. Honestly, that's
So there
neat.
are encore palettes.
And different music for the encore variants as well.
Damn.
I mean, that's always been a thing for Encore variants.
Oh man, eight fucking music tracks in 1 WAD incoming.
Wait a minute, there were red springs into the wall there. I saw that.
I can't fucking. Oh, and there's just.
Oh no! Whoa!
No,
Yeah.
No, wait,
So
no,
there's
this
your
is
blind
the
reaction to
encore
the
variant.
gimmick, in case you were
Stop
wondering.
pushing me and drive. Jeez.
Holy shit! Okay, that was really
Everything
cool.
got extreme sense today.
This game is like people are slowly turning this game into Mario Kart 7. And I don't know how to
really
feel
hope
about
not.
that.
There, They're taking the good elements from Mario Kart 7, but
Now, if someone
Got
happens to port laser-guided red shells,
Oh no.
You say that, but I think someone's actually trying to, and that's like nightmare.
I think your video game.
Why are you thinking?
Get the fuck back here, Porter.
Or says Tyron high-key dissing my work. This is cool. Mario Kart sucks, though. Let me be as clear as I can possibly be about that.
Time to abuse vanilla.
Double Dash the last good Mario Kart.
No.
Last
I
Mario
like
Kart
DS
Smash
though.
64.
I mean, okay, yeah, actually, you're right. I guess that would
DS
be
is
Mario
like
Kart
my
Wii.
actual favorite.
Snaking is bad.
Mario Kart Wii would probably be the last.
Staking
good
bad,
one.
bottom text.
Okay, yeah, Wii is also pretty damn good. So.
CTGP is actually, like, insane if you ignore the 80% of it that's, like, insane. Alright, I guess, do we farm variants while we're here, or...?
Let's do like 2 more because I've noticed that it seems to like swap between the night and the day per encore, but it also retained the summer season. So like,
I'm not getting good with
Wait, it random. What the fuck?
okay, never mind. Fucking opinion corrected.
Yeah, and then I guess I'll just farm restarts for Encore Winter.
Goodbye.
I'm
That was
I
me.
am the most dead. I am the most dead that's possible to be.
Also, don't fix that. I think it's funny.
How the hell are you able to program something like this? What the hell?
Damn it.
It's
What
way
do you want
funnier.
with
There's
that
no
part?
programming.
Yeah, I was gonna say what.
There's no
programming?
Lua.
There is no
No
program.
Lua involved.
Wait, so this is in base? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is in
More with it.
fucking laughs and control sectors.
And
Oh,
no
except
one,
for the fucking glider. The glider's Lua.
and no one until now has decided to like
Maybe.
utilize this.
Oh.
That's fucking
I
crazy.
punted the same mine 12 times.
Well-
like hell.
There's a good reason for that, Porter, and that's control sector hell.
Understandable.
You just open the map in Zone Builder and Lamau is spelled out in fucking sectors.
Wait, shit. Okay. Safe. I'm safe. I'm fucking doing it.
Look at me trying to.
A little sparkle effect on the glider launch is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's cute.
Good VFX can go a long way.
I guess.
Dude, as
Don't
soon
tell
as I...
Oni that he'll shrink into a corn cob and he'll be like, no, my work is never done.
You remember the fucking period of time where I was trying to like port rocket sneakers to Lua to fix like a hardcode bug that was causing sync fails?
Yeah.
Does anyone happen to remember like the volume
I
of
think we played
expletives and like pure mind break screaming that resulted from me trying to port a simple visual effect from hardcore code to Lua? I have an undying appreciation for fucking people who can do like visual effects and not go crazy now.
Get the fuck out of my way, you
Literally just,
stupid
okay,
peon.
let's spawn an object at an angle to the
Hostility.
player. Oh god.
Hostility. You haven't seen the last of me. We're going back.
Alright, and now I farm for winter.
I think all of these might be night.
Yeah, every encore version of it is night.
Yeah.
There is no winter night die.
It's 1 and 4, we'll get it
There's
eventually.
It's Frozen Night, though.
We're spinning the
Should have just
gotcha.
replaced the Phantom Ruby noise with like Paul stretched bra.
There we go.
Finally, we got that SSR.
Goodbye, again.
Please don't fix that. That's funny as shit.
No.
Oh great, now there's snowbanks.
Guys, I pulled Summer Eve. Is she any good?
One speed has a hard time doing that shortcut because it runs out before they can make the jump. Wait, actually, I'm 2 speed. Never mind. That just means
I
one
was
speed
kind
is
enough to
better.
leave you a very convenient hole in that trap.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Really helped me out there.
God. Hey.
You actually saved me, you know. That rocket shoes did nothing to help catch me up.
Thanks.
I mean, I guess. As if you wouldn't have just thrown it after I passed through the set and then, like, Orbied me while I had no defensive.
I mean,
Because I'm driving in a straight line for 12 minutes after that.
yeah. There. Hey, nice. That usually doesn't work.
Push, push. That you can't mind me. Now watch this, I forget about that mine on the final lap.
See, that's my strat. By being in last place, I ensure I don't have to worry about traps. Wait.
And then you get hit by a backwards orbit. That was still alive for something.
Oh, this
Ugh.
sucks ass. Yeah, I knew it.
What is this?
I'm
final
like,
item?
okay, my options are to, like, veer into an egg box or just break and get hit anyway.
I think he's still like higher than me anyway.
Die, jump!
I don't do last place.
Alright, so how we feeling?
Pretty?
Yeah,
That's short-
pretty good.
shortcut.
That is pretty good.
Jaws?
I keep running out of shoe boosts when I'm trying to make that
Yeah,
jump.
in all honesty, the fact that it varies up the map a little bit each time, like, you know, makes players vary up their lines. There were actually, like, there's a shit ton of fucking player interaction going on too.
My comment? Which comment?
Yeah, I think
Oh.
Trail mentioned like having a rough time taking the ramp jump as one speed because it's a really extended amount of off-road.
Yeah.
You could probably cut the off-road towards the edge of that ramp just to make it a little bit more lenient and make sure that like
Yeah.
one speed can maintain some amount of launching speed off that element.
I was tail stats and I still fell off into the water.
I barely scuffed it, and I
So-
couldn't make the jump.
This might have been commented on when you were all first reviewing the track, but the fucking paragliders feel so like overly floaty.
It's a little bit strange because they inherit a lot of your momentum. You can't like steering them is difficult.
Yeah.
I think I think it's interesting. I like the handling challenge associated with it, but I don't know. I think if people don't like intuitively get it, they might just off-road themselves and then whine. So
Yeah.
hard to say.
I do agree.
So maybe making the landing area in particular a little bit more lenient if like people talk about not being able to grok the paraglider physics, because I like the way they are personally. I think if you change it to be like I think if it were trivially steerable, the element would not be interesting anymore. But
Fair
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, Victor said the fucking same thing that I said. If you item set right before the road like disappears, brain goes, "This is a drop, get ready to drift store," and then you just turn off the bridge.
See ya.
See ya. So yeah, really it's just the downwards bridges. Those are the only conveyance issue I think I have with the course. Everything else seems pretty fine.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
All right, next up.
It's me.
Okay, so I actually didn't miss Okay, cool.
Planet Mobj.
Wasn't there something else before this, or am I misremembering?
Mizu's course is broken, so
Well, yeah, I know
we'll
that.
take a look
but
at it
I'm
next
talking,
week.
like, after.
Nope.
Nah, I'm going down in order.
Oh, okay.
Wow!
Ah, wow. Okay, thanks.
You got smacked upside the head with it.
How did that explosion catch me?
Oh my god, you fucking piece of shit. Fuck you.
What do you mean?
You're just gonna... You're just gonna approach, say like, hey, here's a trail of 4 bananas. Dodge this, smiley face.
yeah.
Here's a trail of 4 blazers.
Wait, what the
I
fuck?
didn't want to make that joke, Genji. And if I did, you would have fucking yelled at me.
Calling that a joke is probably aiming a little bit too high.
You're right.
I'm wrong, Griffin. Sorry. Don't. You just gotta watch out for the runa stretch, man.
Can't have fucking shit in this house.
Can't have shit in Mobius. Oh,
I
God
kind
damn
of
it.
want that to exist now.
Wow, even seeing the fucking stream and seeing where the shortcut is, I could not fucking tell when it was gonna show up.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
it's
God.
incredibly abrupt. That entry is like pretty bad.
It just appears.
So it's like I'm driving, it's like, oh, that's a pretty good shortcut. Oh, okay, bye.
Yeah, it's just gone. Because it's a really narrow angle that you can actually like approach that from. You
Yeah.
threw that
Oh, everyone
right
shrunk
before
into
the
the
shrink. Oh my god. Victor's actually a fucking AI. Fuck off!
Ooh,
Shit.
that was karma.
Can't have
I'm
shit on
sure.
Planet Wisp.
Yeah, Chenji?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't actually do it though.
Yeah?
I keep thinking this texture is conveyor because it's moving, but it's not.
Yeah, I was second guessing myself on that as well.
Yeah, that turn got me on this gruesome
Ah!
pathway.
How?
Did I just actually invent
Yes,
some,
you
like,
actually did that.
Oh, I had no control over the hue. The invents you can blame me for, the hue you can't.
Get body slammed and then lose your recovery sneaker from the same person. I'm sitting there like,
Yeah.
how do you even have the item?
I'm sorry RNG's a thing, dude.
Oh, you got it.
So you remember how I was talking about controller spiking?
Do it.
Yeah, I still don't get it. Those fucking people are morons. I subverted your expectations.
Don't do it.
Ooh, alright.
Okay, yo, I like it.
You're autumn now.
Alright,
Use the Act 3 music, alright.
Yeah!
pretty fucking strong, I like it.
He do be mashing though.
I'm gonna request that even though I think this is actually the unfunniest thing ever, I think it would actually be excellent if you just fucking snuck the Eggman I have come to make an announcement into the Encore loudspeaker.
Oh my god.
Can't do that.
Did I hit you with the same banana?
There's a mine on the track. I had to actually watch for the bump because we were both invincible.
Okay, the purple on purple is actually kind of invisible sometimes.
I didn't want to say where it was in the track as not to give the hint, but that egg box placement is pretty fucking evil.
Nice.
I am
Lucky
definitely.
guys.
Yeah, I lost some frames on like the last turn. And if my rig is capable of losing frames on anything, there's probably a major issue because I'm playing a game in the Doom engine on a fucking 2080 Super and a 3900X.
Good. How much money do you make?
What? The banana
almost
literally
hit you.
bounced over my head.
Oh my god.
You deserve
You
that
weren't
hit
coming through
100%.
the
However, we can't have nice things, so instead I will
Ah,
laugh at
there
you.
we go. I made up for it.
I mean, that happens. Wow, I spawned way farther back than I expected. I spawned at the set.
Holy
I think
shit.
I just lost 10 seconds.
Oh my god!
That was a pretty good
Fucking
mine.
mine.
Yeah, I saw that. That mine was going on a fucking trip.
I really do not like this section at all.
Big nothing. Okay.
Yeah,
I hope
Sorry,
you wait
Trail.
all of those shoes.
not actually sorry though.
You're small now. That's my item. Give me that.
Yeah, you're right. Alright, okay.
Upset about video games.
Yeah! Fuck video game.
Video games are for fucking idiots.
If there's some way for that purple section to go, I would be all for it.
I don't think it needs to
Video
go,
game.
but it could really use some visual cleanup.
Yeah, visual cleanup, yeah. Fucking...
Make it not make me think it's a conveyor.
Because you screw up on that part and you're just... Well,
See
forget about it.
ya!
See ya. I'm Sketch
did you
Turner,
say?
and I approve this message.
I mean...
Good job, Turner. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fuck Comic Zone, that game's too fucking hard.
Rules though. Everything about that game is amazing.
punch this barrel to unblock your forward path. By the way, punching the barrel deals damage to you.
Yeah. Do you
Repeat
like
500
blind to
times.
drop into a pit of four flaming barrels that you have no idea of seeing up ahead? First level, by the way.
It's frustrating.
Getting blown
Dude,
up.
Comic Zone doesn't care about your feelings. It's great.
Anyway, I think we just played on a course.
Yeah,
It was an okay course, I would say.
it was okay. The one complaint I have is that during that one section with like the purple bridge, whatever, it camouflages really like poorly with the fucking like it camouflages too well with the liquid at the bottom.
Yeah,
It is.
everything about that section is just like zero contrast. I think contrast in a lot of other areas in the course could be improved, but that's like the most critically in need section where
Yeah.
like nothing about it makes sense, and the punishment for not understanding where the turn is an extremely costly death pit.
Yeah. Apologies for not wording that better. Words are hard. Really.
Words.
Indeed.
No, you're good. I just figure I ought to clarify.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Anybody else? That is a deafening silence. That is like an 80 decibel silence. That's rocket launch volume.
See ya.
All right. So moving on to Pure's Mario Party Fuck Shit Supreme. Believe that's the name of the
I'm
course.
excited.
Yeah. I don't remember much about Mario Party 3, but I remember this fucking music.
Oh shit, I'm tapped out. Fuck, I'm typing! I mean, that's even worse!
You fool.
Westa, why can't I move?
Oh, that spoke to my fucking heart.
Push you.
Oh. Yeah, no, you could just very easily miss that jump
Oh.
if you miss the sneaker panel. You might want to rethink that.
Dang, that
You're
Bowser.
almost kind of at an advantage when you're behind because you're not getting fucked over by the barriers as much.
That barrier spawned just as soon as I was driving up, and I had to use all my speed.
Oh god!
Laz
One of
exploded.
the barriers spawned right in front of you. One fear.
When the barrier system.
Had a very
Barriers.
interesting Jaws
So-
targeting moment.
Are you no?
What
I ruined
even
it.
happened to you?
I was trying to bonk into one of the, one of the fucking the slopes that like stick out. I tried to bonk into one of the walls and that, and I just ended up flying off instead.
Hey, by the way, there are no waypoints.
Real?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Waypoint distance, previous 0, next 0.
Wow.
Also, where do I use shoes on this map?
On one shortcut.
Where is it?
On the green tiled floor.
What?
But will you get the happening stuff?
Chance time.
One of these days we'll do the fucking Neps Mario Party sessions.
And it's decided. Tyrone must give up all of his stars to Yoshi.
Always happens.
Let's go.
Whenever I complain about like a particular game punishing good decisions, I just think about Mario Party and I realize that it can get 100 times worse.
Protect me.
Why were there two fucking egg boxes near the exact same set? I hate everything.
It's the optimal game.
Oh man, items passing through the fucking Bowser barriers is ridiculous grime, actually.
Surprise!
I really like that particular detail.
Where do I go?
Somewhere, anywhere.
I'm asking where do I go on a 5 left? What's wrong?
Help.
Victor, I know what you're probably trying to do. Please don't.
I'm dead.
Just immediately? Wait, I didn't want this. No! Wait, what?
Hey,
Let's... Oh man, SPB music is very confused.
I'm about to explode?
Trail, don't do that. Trail, why did you do that?
And then I go into the anyway.
Oh,
Thank you
That's
so
not
much for playing my game.
No.
Sorry guys, jartcast injury illegal.
I took care of it. I don't know how Fred didn't get hit by Cure 3, but... Oh, that's why. All right.
We were doing the encore variant of the one Mario Party map, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but we were just about done
Yeah.
with it anyway.
Yeah, we were,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
literally just finishing it, so...
There was something I wanted to point out with it, but
Go ahead.
Oh wait, we're live. Go ahead.
oh shit! Hi. Okay, if we can warp to the Mario Party map real quick. I don't know. Is the section after the turn, the section after the jump, I mean, is I think a little blind as far as like what you need to do and like where you need to go specifically. Like you're affecting me right now. I'll get
Yep,
to
I'm
it
watching.
right now.
Who you throwing items at?
Bitch.
Like you take a look at this. This doesn't really give you a good indication of where you're supposed to turn next. It's not really until you make it here and you're already bonking against here that
Yeah.
you really get an idea of where to turn.
That was
I
pretty
ended up
excellent.
knocking myself into the pit twice. The
I
previous.
jump over the pit and I get a fucking face full of Ruda right there.
because
Yeah, I
couldn't
think
check my ankle.
I agree with that. I think probably the simplest way to fix that is just
Okay.
to extend the landing area a little bit to give people more time to get their bearings.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff you can do with scenery as well, but like that's probably the simplest layout level fix.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah.
Alright. So next up, the resubmits. We're still in Encore.
Whoops. You spoiled it.
Spoilers.
Spoiled the fact that there's no difference. No.
You are we.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
I'm not sure anymore.
You.
Porter confirmed blind once again.
I mean, I might. Yeah, I definitely am blind because I thought that was an actual fucking ramp.
Okay, I
Wait,
didn't need to
how
get
the-
spiked into the pit.
Oh, that spiked you! Holy shit!
I was
This is
already
weird.
dying. It was just insult to injury.
That wasn't even intentional.
fucked me. Huh.
Oh, cool.
I don't want to be 9-9.
Oh god.
No, I fell into the off-road. I couldn't see the road up ahead.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's completely blind, so I couldn't even see that.
Why is that off-road? It doesn't look like off-road. It looks like
You fucking
Alright.
tried it!
Alright, okay, you know what? I'll just unplug my controller now.
Understandable.
Unplug your
Okay.
computer.
respawned all the way back there. Snoo?
Yeah, just delete your computer.
Unplug your controller, dog.
I'll unplug my controller, I'll delete System 32. I've been told it's a virus, so I should anyways.
Man,
Speed up your
I
computer.
break to dodge fucking Mari's orbital and get hit by my own that ricocheted into fuck.
You love it.
I
You
backstabbed
have-
myself from the future.
I see what I like what I see. Dun, 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 dun. What, those cactuses don't spin you out?
I guess not.
Can you imagine the evil?
I mean, that evil has already.
That's the second time somebody has like tossed their
No, no,
Orby
no.
right before Shrink.
Ugh.
Okay.
Me.
Does look like
And I don't quite fall on the banana. The comedy of errors wasn't quite
One
finished.
fall, and I'm a country mile behind.
Oh, it's not unusual.
The game is hard.
The game is garbage.
Never was a fan of these narrow roads.
It's frustrating playing as Omega and getting no respect.
What? What?
Damn. Okay.
I heard that. Okay, Runa.
God damn this encore though.
This is pretty neat looking.
Did you rub on me?
Untillo said he fucked up the encore. No, this slaps.
It slapped.
If this is a mistake, this is amazing.
Oh my fucking god, Trail!
Your item has been obliterated. Your hopes and dreams have been shattered.
Alright, goodbye Dragon Ball music. Hello, theme of clown.
That was Flintstones music. What the fuck, Trail?
Yeah, it's a clown music.
Yeah, you know the Flintstones. The Flintstones are clearly clowns. You know?
Oh,
Shit.
Wait, that's not
always
a-
have been. Always have been.
Gonna pretend that I'm not fucking
Is that fucking
terrified.
Telos?
That was what's up.
Telos comes in, laughs, and leaves.
Did I?
Oh man, I better not be dead. I was afraid.
Boing.
you fucking tried it.
Alright, I can't fucking hear
Help!
when people
Help!
join the Discord
Help!
call anymore.
Adios.
Ah! Okay, I'm free.
Kakarot.
Wait, what?
Yeah, now the pressure's on you, Chuckle.
You chuckle fuckle. Ah!
I'd just like to draw your attention to the fact that I'm behind you. You can like
Breathing
draw
down
your
your
own
neck,
conclusions
too.
about what that means.
Woo! Here comes 3 more people.
This SPB is the most pissed off entity in the universe right now.
Hey.
Like it's been 2
God.
fucking minutes.
Oh, I see you.
3
Hamburger.
people applying all the pressure.
Hamburger.
What? You had 2?
No, I just had the one.
What the fuck? Oh, you must not have actually dropped it.
No, yeah, I dropped it a little later.
Shit, I could have sworn I saw the actual drop.
Damn,
I guess
slope
I've
pretty
become
good.
afflicted with Terminal Porter.
my mini turbo drop.
Order. Okay, is that what we're calling it now?
Much better.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's Porter's disease, where you look at cart and your eyes stop functioning.
Wow. Okay.
Guess this is just the roast porter day.
Fucking
Every day is Roast Porter Day.
Fucking
Drink stream, by the way.
personal attack aside.
It's bullying time, bro.
Motherfucker comes in here with the magnet shield on, spouting puns. Anyway, we played a map. How was it?
Pretty
You're
good.
good.
I keep
Really
getting
fucking
jumped by
good.
those double turns.
Much
I think
better.
video games are very good.
One turn,
Yeah.
red is a fucking ramp, but that's just me. So
I'm sincerely glad that you actually axed the like what was it? If you remember me complaining about the fucking slope jump earlier when this map was first shown off, like not having enough momentum to clear that. Like I'm glad you axed that and just made it a continued road. I felt like it was incredibly needed. So good on you for doing that. No bias with the visuals. Otherwise, it's pretty fucking solid.
The fucking... It felt so fucking scary, in a good way, to run to like, race on this map with the SPB tail removed.
Dude, I wish I hadn't death pitted. I want to fucking hit the whole thing.
Video games are good.
Video games are alright sometimes.
Blind slopes are scary, but it's fun. I like it when things are fun.
Fun things are good. Things that suck are terrible. Course
Yeah.
critique stream.
Gaming.
Video games burned my water supply.
Video
Burned
game
my-
review. Video game.
He burned my shake.
Alright, one last. Fucking War Dog's ridiculous glow up.
Whoa!
Violence! I missed a set.
Fuck.
Everybody decides that murder is, like, happening now.
It was there for nothing.
Oh my god! Fuck!
You
Yeah, I
take the
guess so.
fucking spring and immediately realize.
Yeah, I tried to approach. and then I get-
That set placed right before springs is ridiculous bait for you to dump your item. So I actually think it's almost always a terrible idea to fucking toss it there.
God. That's far to the right.
Unless you're like under zero pressure at all. Oh, hey.
How you doing?
Hello there.
Oh my god.
We have nice
Ow.
new items.
Constantly bullied.
Oh shit, yeah, might want to get that looked at.
GG's, lads. Sorry
Jeez.
about that.
Time to keep going.
Fucking okay.
Hey, motherfucker!
Yeah.
You really went for heavy machine gun just to do that?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Alright,
I
now,
read that as a
now
ramp.
it's fucking beat the shit out of Tyrande.
Oh,
Small dist.
Shock dodge.
Shock dodge. By shock dodge, I mean I was far away enough for. I was behind the person who hit sure.
You dodged shock by being in a worse position than the shock. What the fuck? I was so
got
clear of
pranked.
that. This game is awful.
That is an actual strat,
Yeah?
sometimes.
Let's go this way. Darn it. It would have been a genius plan, but then my item got stolen.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that's some good checkpoints.
Yeah.
That's the sound of good checkpoints.
What do you mean that still exists?
Ugh, Jesus.
Jeebus. What?
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Did somebody pick Supersonic?
Alright.
Must have got over everyone's head. Never mind.
I don't get
Womp womp.
what. Was that supposed to be a Sonic R reference? I don't.
No, like when you pick fucking the final story in Sonic Adventure
got
1
that.
and fucking you just hear Sonic yelling when he fucking picks Supersonic.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that because I've only played Adventure like a couple of times to completion, mind you, but like I just remember picking the fucking question mark, hearing and it's like okay.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just didn't make the association.
It's okay. I've confirmed that I have severe Sonic Adventure 1 brainworms. Don't worry about it.
I feel like you play that game
Can't
like
make it.
once every week.
Maybe?
Right of passage.
Shut up. Don't judge.
Ah yes, Monday. Time to play Sonic Adventure.
Oh yeah, you can't make that as grow. Figures.
Power.
idea? I think so.
I missed heavy machine gun. Fuck. I just bounced off the walls on entry.
I'm in third. No, I'm in sixth. No, I'm in fifth. No,
Wow.
I'm in third.
That was uncanny.
That was the valley. Foolish.
I hewed and Vince and then immediately shock dodged with it. Fairness, by the way. Sorry, Victor.
Balanced. Shoes with no boost.
Win game by being bad but lucky.
I'm in first. Never mind, I'm in sixth.
Here,
Never mind, I'm in fifth. Never mind, I'm in fourth. Never mind, I'm in third.
Yeah, checkpoint 17 out of 16 doesn't look quite right.
You bumped me into a soldier. I killed him.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
okay, there is one thing about the map I want to point out real quick after playing it in Encore. Because there was one turn that kind of messed me up, if you wouldn't mind inspecting me.
Yuridovich.
Uh,
Cool name.
Out of my way.
That was your fault.
Okay, we should be coming up to it pretty soon. I feel like.
Can you feel it?
Okay, yeah, no, this section in particular kind of fucked me up in Encore. I don't really know why, but I could feel myself, like, making, like, the wrong turn and then immediately correcting myself.
yeah, there's
I
not
don't
really
know
a
what it is.
super clear through line through here. I feel like there could probably be an extra element or two added to draw the eye in the right direction, because right now everything on the screen is kind of about, like, it's all like muddy browns and greens, and there's not really a clear like lighting difference or like splash of color drawing the eye.
Yeah. There's also, part of this off-road isn't off-road, by the way.
Here we go.
Huh. Very strange. Yeah, anybody else?
Select you.
Jaws.
Me too.
I spent a whole 5 seconds on that graphic.
Good job.
It is.
And we finally acknowledge it.
It is
No,
the worst
no,
image
no.
manipulation I have ever done in my life.
I acknowledged it the first time I joined in, and everyone was like, "Shh." Hated it.
It's a secret to everyone.
Yeah. You know, the
Yeah.
answer may not be obvious at first.
Tip, I am so fucking Jaws. So yeah, honestly, tonight's lineup was a lot of fun.
Bye, Shinji.
I don't know what the fuck happened.
Whip and kick.
The kick, the answer may not be.
Good.
Damn, that's pretty
I've been
profound.
screenshotting that.
I'm deep, and this is 21.
All right, I won't keep y'all. Fucking get out of here. After parties in the description. Fucking yell at mappers. Yell at people who yell at mappers. Yell at people who yell at people who yell at mappers.
No, you're not.
She's Runa.
I'm Runa.
No.
That's tail.
Good night!
Night.
Watch Uma Musume.
Bye bye.
Race car takes flight and jumps a fence.